Professor Goodwin, there is even more news on the abortion ruling tonight. Less than an hour after Judge Kacsmarik's ruling, a judge in Washington state issued a ruling that directly contradicted the Texas decision, ordering the FDA to make no changes to the availability of mifepristone. The conflicting orders by two federal judges appear to create a legal standoff likely to escalate to the Supreme Court. How do you think this will likely play out in the next 7 days and in the Supreme Court if it gets there?
Well, let me say it's a pleasure to be back with you and also with Dr. Parrott. This may, in fact, been the intention behind the petitioners who sought out the judge in Amarillo, Texas, Judge Kacsmarik, who in the hearing involving this matter asked the petitioners exactly how they would, in fact, like for him to rule. And in reading his order today, it seems that he leaned in quite heavily on exactly what they were expressing, including the chief thing that they wanted for him to do, which was to order the FDA to remove this drug from the marketplace. Now, if it goes up before the United States Supreme Court, petitioners may, in fact, find a group of a sufficient number of justices on the Supreme Court who may also lean into exactly what it is that they are looking for. And in fact, it may have been the reason why teasing up this conflict such that it could, in fact, get to the United States Supreme Court.
And Dr. Parrott, tell us about this pill, what benefits it has, and what will be lost if women in America lose access to it.
Sure. Thank you so much. I also want to express gratitude for the opportunity to be here. So often we have conversations about medical care, and particularly in the reproductive healthcare space, and we never talk to doctors. We never talk to people that are seeking this care. So it really is, I think, critical. I want to say that, I want to be clear. I'm not a doctor. I'm sorry. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a politician. I am a doctor. And I have trained for more than 20 years to do this work. And our ask is that we are allowed to take care of people in the way that they need. When we look at this medication specifically, and Professor Goodwin mentioned it in her response, this has been approved for more than 20 years in this country and has been in use for decades around the world, not just in the United States. We know that it's safe. We know that it's effective. So this assault against our care, our opportunity to make decisions about ourselves has never been about the science. It has never been about the medicine. It is only about an attempt to eliminate access to abortion care specifically and reproductive autonomy more broadly. And it has implications not just for abortion access. We use this medication for labor and delivery. We use it for miscarriage management. We use it throughout obstetrics and gynecological care. And so banning this medication has significant implications for the health and well-being for all of our communities, even for folks who think they will never need an abortion.
And, Professor Goodwin, the Texas Tribune notes, quote, Kacsmarik has deep ties to the anti-abortion movement, and the language reflects those ties, calling abortion providers, quote, abortionists, and describing the procedure as killing or, quote, starving the unborn human until death. Professor Goodwin, is this an ideological lawsuit masquerading as a medical or regulatory one?
That's a very good question. Let's keep in mind that the American public now has the lowest confidence in the American Supreme Court, and I think that that could hold true, too, for the full federal bench. That is to say that Americans perceive it as being vulnerable to political tides. And in this case, sadly, it's quite transparent in that what one sees in this is that a group of petitioners have come forward asking for a federal judge to do something that has never been done before, which is to remove a drug that's been approved by the FDA from the marketplace. Furthermore, in asking them to do that, it's a drug that they said was rushed to the market, but the reality is there was 54 months of review. The other drugs that were approved in that same period had 15 months of review, so there was no rush to the market. But it's also worth noting that the allegation is that this drug is unsafe. That, too, is untrue. in that this drug is actually even safer than Tylenol and penicillin in terms of the health effects. And so what we see then is not only then this question involving a kind of form shopping for a judge. Not only do we see the sort of political influence in decisions like this, we also see the distortion of science and medicine, yes, and the inflammatory use of language such as establishing a personhood in fetuses and embryos.
You know, Dr. Parrott, I saw you nodding in agreement with Professor Goodwin talking about the safety and efficacy of mifepristone. What I would love to know from you is the medical response to the language used by the judge in his ruling, you know, calling doctors like you, quote, abortionists, and you know, the reproductive care that you give as, quote, starving the unborn human until death. What's the medical response to language like that?
It's inflammatory. It's violent. It incites violence for folks like me that have been working under really arduous circumstances often to take care of our communities and to support people in making the decisions that are best for themselves, for their families, for their communities. You know, it's challenging to me to see folks with no medical training or background attempt to legislate medicine. And that's not what we're asking for. You didn't go to med school, you didn't do residency training, you're not a nurse, you're not a nurse practitioner or a midwife. And so the idea that you could possibly know more than folks who have studied this for our entire careers, or even folks that are making these really critical decisions for themselves or their families, is not just arrogant, it's dangerous. And it is actually the foundation of reproductive health care in this country in the attempts to control and restrict the fertility of people with the capacity for pregnancy. It has caused confusion. It has caused fear, not just for folks seeking abortions, but for folks that are seeking care throughout the reproductive life course. And so it's terrifying, and it is just the beginning. I think that that's the important thing for people to understand. This is the beginning of the assault. It is not the end. So the calls for compromise, the calls to cede ground, the calls to relinquish our human rights is what we are being demanded to do, right? And so we have to stand strong and firm, and we can stand on the science and the medicine and say, this is not care. This is not medicine. This is not science. This is not what we have trained to do. This is not what our communities deserve.